Good evening. Today is the first Saturday of August 2022, and we're going to do a little trail talk today. I wanted to share something. We got this hanging in our cabin, and it says, "And into the forest I go to lose my mind and find my soul." And I tell you what, that is me. It just hits me so, deep. And it's really important that a person finds something that they enjoy doing and, spend time by themselves. Because, it's especially in this crazy world, everybody's just working from home. The violence is nuts. The economy's horse shit. Inflation is horse shit. And, so I come up here, and I want to thank, Melissa for staying back with the dogs. Sometimes it is a little bit easier when we don't have the dogs up here. And I also want to thank my brother. He has borrowed me his weed whipper, and, without that thing, I wouldn't be able to get all this brush and ferns down. And he also borrowed his GPS unit, which it was, game changer. I have Hunt Stand on my phone, but I get zero service. I've tried the offline. That doesn't work. Melissa has the Onyx and her A&T phone. Works great. However, I don't want to be trudging around, in Alder Sloughs in the water with $1,000 phone. I dump that, lose that. I'd never hear the end of it. So he borrowed me an old Dakota 10 GPS unit, and it's got to be at least 10 years old. Touch screen, and it did the job what I needed. I had the coordinates, but I've owned this. We've owned the property here now for 2 months, and I've made it about 150 yards into the property. I got about 600 yards of trails like weaving through in that 150, but it's so damn thick, and there's like a lowland, like a tag Alder Slough. So we're gonna go down there, and my goal, all week was to get at least midpoint, through the property to see what the heck we got, because I'm blazing trails and making food plots, and we're getting close to that time. I actually planted a little micro plot up top, and I made a video on that, I guess. But we'll go down, and I tell you what, it's give you a little clue. It's the fruits of your labor. Remember that. So I made another video, and you know what? What I'll do is I'll just turn the camera around now. I've been dreading this all week just because, like I said, it's thick as hell, and the whole bottom, it's once you get down here a ways, it's wet. So you gotta wear rubber boots, and then, of course, you're dealing with the mosquitoes, and it's also, kind of dark too, which is, I don't know, kind of spooky in a sense, especially when you're by yourself. But yeah, I was going through this, and just as you can see, what I do is I tie flags, man, like every 10 feet, because if you don't do that, you turn around and you don't know where the hell you are. So I like to talk a little bit louder too in here, and just to warn anything that's, maybe hanging down here. I'm way up in northern Minnesota. Hey, I've noticed there's a ton of toads, which is a good sign, Toads and frogs are as far as like the environment, their skin is very sensitive. So, generally, if you have lots of frogs and toads, it's kind of a good sign that there's not a lot of toxins. Things are, good. So, but anyway, yeah, so I've just been, cutting here. Still kind of tough to find the spot, but oh yeah, I guess through here. Yep, there's another flag. But see, as you can see, it's water. It's horse shit. Yeah, probably choose another word. But so as I was blazing through here, holy shit, it's really getting wet. Coming through, and then this is what I was looking, dreading is this garbage. Holy cow. So I'm cutting, and then we got to go a little bit farther. And then what I discovered is all this are blueberries, as you can see. So all these bushes, all these, as far as you can see, there's some tag alder obviously in there as well, but every single bush there, the smaller ones, are blueberries. And I knew that this environment is perfect because very acidic soil, and but what a bonus. And I was on a Facebook, the North Shore vibe, and people are out picking blueberries and so forth. But I got, as if you could see in the distance that pine tree with the kind of goofy top there, I made it that far. So I think I'm at least halfway through the property, but I didn't want to, bushwhack those blueberries, because I'd rather come and next week or maybe 2 weeks, they're going to be ready. So what I need to do is get one of those little blueberry picker dealies to kind of help. I think a blueberry comb is what they call it. Holy cow, we got a lot of water last night. But so once you make it through that blueberry patch, then you hit some higher ground again, which is like sweet. But the issue I was having at walking through all this stuff, and mainly back there, is the ground is so rough. I fell several times. You fall in a hole, and I just didn't want to twist an ankle or twist a knee, and I'd be screwed. I'm all by myself up here, and nobody would ever probably find me. Maybe the crows or the vultures. So I was like, yeah, not really worried about the animals, but although once those berries get ripe, that place is going to be packed, because we have a lot of black bear up here and timber wolves. And I just read an article from the Minnesota DNR, and they said during prime blueberry season, the wolves will literally stop hunting because they get enough protein from the blueberries, and it's easy. So I didn't know that. But again, my dogs eat grass, and whoo, getting a little bit winded here. So my plan is just wait till at least Melissa gets up here. We got some walkie-talkies, so she can sit in the cabin. If something happens, I could walkie-talkie her, and then she can come down. I don't think she's really into walking through that tag alder deal. Might have to find a buddy to join me on that one. But the thing with bears too, they love them, but generally you could smell a bear before, if you come into an area, especially if the scent conditions are right, like down there where there's lots of water and stuff, especially around bear season, you could smell them. because they roll and, you know, dirty stuff, not necessarily dirty stuff, but, well, decaying stuff, garbage. During bear season, people bait with, you know, just leftover food and bait scraps, and, you know, they'll get in there, it's full of flies and maggots, and, you know, they're rolling around having a good old time. So, but, well, that is it, man. What, I mean, huge surprise, you know, coming into this, just dreading going through, and then all of a sudden, holy cow, blueberries. And I was actually looking into a company out in East Coast where you could buy the cuttings. I'm thinking, you know, buy some cuttings, but, you know what, I might sell blueberry cuttings. So if you need blueberry cuttings, come, I forget what that is. I think it's in the early spring, like in the wintertime, you cut them. But anyways, leave a comment, please subscribe, or if you have any questions, please do. Make it a great day.